Right.
Congratulations to Elite for taking home the Season
Ball
5 affiliation victory and earning that rep boost this season. Earn progress towards your affiliation by participating in and winning events. Who's taking home the rep boost in Season 6? That's up to you. I'll see you out there on the courts.
TWiiN Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's Thursday night and it's the NBA here on TWiiN Sports. With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Durant, McGee out there with Davis. Then it's Harden, and it's Westbrook in at the point. And for Sacramento, Santi Aldama is out there with Vucevic. Then it's DeRozan. Then it's Keontae George. And it's Mitchell in at the 2 guard. And here we are, Greg, about a third of the way through the season. Is it too early to talk about MVP?
Some people debate that even before the season begins. I think we do have a front runner, but out of respect for the field, I'll keep that to myself.
Stolen by Durant. Here's Harden. He feeds it to Davis. It's stolen by Vucevic. Here's Mitchell. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. And as we're reaching the end of the calendar year, here's a great chance to delve into the updated power rankings. You look at Golden State. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And when you look at the Lakers, they've sure made a statement here early on, outpacing some teams that were expected to be better, owning that top spot and defending it with pride.
And so it's the Kings getting on the board first. Harden outside, 6 on the shot clock. Davis, the pass to Harden. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Trying to get the dribble hand on.
Mitchell outside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Kevin Durant. When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his ridiculous scoring. It gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there.
Down low, and the slam dunk by McGee.
Great pass by Harden. He can put it right where you need it to be.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Mitchell wide open. Nailed from three-point land.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Mitchell against Harden. Outside, KD. McGee trying to break free. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, life's not fair, right? I mean, that is unfair. You do everything you can to contest Durant's shot, and it turns up to be an up fake instead. Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who are you going to pick to send to the free throw line?
Oh, come on. Look at that.
And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
The shot
Grab
by
it.
George, no good. And it's Davis with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. It's a three-point game. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Yeah, and that one, their rebounding was the difference. Big disparity between the two teams.
Yeah, I'm not sure if their last game was a basketball game or a wrestling match, the way they went about it. Just so physical and dominated it.
Lakers trail by 3. And here's Westbrook. 9-point game his last outing. And again, the Lakers no good. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. A clear look for Mitchell. He drains the quick shot. Mitchell's got 6.
How do you guard that? I mean, Mitchell just towing with the defense.
Here's Westbrook, and finished off by Westbrook.
I know it's just 2, but man, that's a nice 2. Westbrook with the insane creativity.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now, here's George, and that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Westbrook. Let's see some of the numbers here for James Harden. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Hits it from three-point range. Mitchell's got his third bucket of the night. Lakers trail by 6. Westbrook with it. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Drains the three-pointer.
You could see that coming. Harden was going to answer back, and he did.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. The Kings head coach gave me a few minutes. Well, he's worried about a number of issues, and front and center, James Harden. He said James will dissect you. It's hard to speed him up and hard to slow him down. He's their catalyst. But he thinks if they do a good job on Harden, they have a good shot at winning. Guys?
Thanks, David. Here's George. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Vucevic down low. Guarded by McGee.
There you go. Push.
And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. They trail by 1. Puts up a deep 3. DeRozan with the rebound.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Vucevic, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And how about the hustle from Vucevic there on the glass, securing that precious second chance opportunity for the team.
Here's Durant. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one out to DeRozan. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Sacramento.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
So much good energy and flow tonight. It's really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
And ball handlers like Mitchell really elevate your offense. His precision passing to pass the basketball at the right time, really a terrific ability.
Westbrook passes to Harden. Lays it up and makes it in. Harden's got 5 now.
Well, Harden just outworking them inside. Did we say he wanted it more?
For the Sacramento Kings, GA, the expectations for this group have risen.
It was about just making the playoffs for this franchise and breaking that drought. Now, Kevin, it's about advancing in the postseason. Just getting there isn't good enough.
And here is Los Angeles now after the Kings pick up 2. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul called on the Sacramento Kings. This is his first free throw of the game. And the first one at the line is good.
There's so much talk about James Harden and how much he has just mastered the offensive end of the floor. What do you work on in the offseason? I don't know if there's much other than to stay as sharp as James Harden has been throughout his career.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Julius Randle comes in for JaVale McGee. And Ball subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Now here's Harden. After the miss from Vucevic. Harden gets the bucket. 9 points in the game so far.
Even if he's not a big man, Harden can score inside with the best of them.
Pass to Mitchell. Buzelis with the ball. Shot clock at 5. Randle with some nice D. LA is gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Mitchell against Ball. Left side, KD. That 3 off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And finished off by Davis.
Great little stuff there from Davis to finish things off.
The Kings trail by 3. Pass to Buzelis. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Clock at 6. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper.
Trying to improve every year, that's the goal of anyone in the NBA. Bogdanovich has great fundamentals to be able to do that.
Now, here's Ball. No scoring in this one. Harden outside. Over Bogdanovich. Harden's shot is off.
With nobody getting a hand in his face in that painted area, that's a miss he's going to be disappointed with.
Oh, he is so good from deep. Bogdan is even better shooting out of the corner.
And here's Harden. Following the 3 from Bogdanovich. Harden, that's good. Harden's got the game tied up here for Los Angeles.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
Green, he's checked in for Sacramento. The Lakers also changing it up. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Davis, and it's Clarkson in for James Harden. Bogdanovich passes to Mitchell, and he finishes nicely on the layup. 11 points for Donovan Mitchell.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
Outside Durant. Ooh. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Excellent pass from Mitchell. His teammates are so fortunate to have a guy to make them better.
Kuzma outside. Pass to Randall. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
And great for Buzelis. Basketball has been a part of his family for generations.
Yeah, how about that? Both his parents played professionally in Lithuania, as did both of his grandfathers. And his dad now works with the Lithuanian men's national team as a physiotherapist.
Now, here's Ball. He has yet to score. Out to Kuzma. Shot clock at 6.
Nigga.
No luck that time.
Come
on the shot
on,
that
dog.
would have put them on top. Buzelis with the ball. Now guarded by Ball. And it's Mitchell missing. The Lakers trail. Clarkson outside. Outside for Randall.
Oh my God, that was my bad. That was my bad.
Los
That was my
Angeles
bad.
with another miss.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide
Oh my
open
God.
from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Now, here's Ball. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Now, here's Ball. Following the miss by Donovan Mitchell. Ball kicks to Randall. And he can't
Nobody
stop this
hidden,
drought.
man.
Another miss. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The shot by Buzelis, no good. Lakers trail by 4. Here's Ball. In the corner, it's Clarkson. There's 10 seconds left to play in the first. The drive-by Ball, and he uses the glass on the layup.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
And Mitchell launches it from deep. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Kings lead by 2.
Oh, man.
Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And for the Kings guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, that's the kind of thing that happens.
And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers, trailing by 2. So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, Russell and Clarkson are the young backcourt pair. Ingram is out there with ball, and it's Randall in at the 5. Here's Aldama. He's coming off a 10-point game against Denver.
I also thought he did a tremendous job in terms of timing in that game, swatting away some shots. Ended up with 3 blocks in that game.
Here's Russell. Sacramento making their last shot. Ingram outside. Plenty of space. Bogdanovich grabs
I'm not
the miss.
understanding this,
He's
dog.
going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Vucevic with the bucket.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Randall kicks to Russell. Outside for Randall. Over George. And with that shot, the Kings lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Randall.
The balance and body control look a little bit better this season, so Randall stays on the ground in this catch-and-shoot situation and looks fluid.
Now Tuma gets the bucket.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Russell against George. Ingram wide open from outside off the mark. Kings leading now by 4. Aldama with the ball. Now guarded by Ingram. Plenty of daylight on that shot. George has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, it's not like we're not making plays, we're just not making shots.
Russell looking around. Ingram. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Vucevic has got his 4th rebound in this one. George with the bounce pass. Vucevic with the bucket.
Not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here. Brent, would you say the point guard is considered the toughest position to play in basketball?
You know, Kevin, I think there's been a massive shift in what the point guard represents in the NBA game. I mean, how many teams over the past couple of years that have won championships have played with a traditional setup guard? What we're looking at is duos that can dribble, pass, and shoot and devastate defenses.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that
You don't make 3
oftentimes
shots
is
like
all it
that.
takes. At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Drills the 3-pointer. Ingram's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Ingram has the skill to do that. A nice job setting up and receiving the pass.
And he gets the bucket.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Now, here is Russell. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Outside Westbrook. Scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
Well, we talk about Westbrook and the athleticism he has, but sometimes tactically he approaches those pick and rolls quite well.
And here's George for 3. And Bogdanovich picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Lakers trail by 8. Outside Russell. Inside. Ball feeling it out a bit. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Ingram from the arc. It's hauled in by George.
Time for some consideration. Passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
A nice shot by Bogdanovic. Bogdanovic has got 7.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And that one's good. Ingram.
And Brandon Ingram continues to work on that smooth three-point release.
Passes it to Vucevic. He dishes it to Bogdanovic. Here he goes. And he makes good on the layup. Bogdanovic has got 4 this quarter.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And they pick up 2.
What a fantastic play by Russell as he gets up in the air. That is just not your average 2 points.
It's Vucevic, top of the key. All sorts of time. The shot comes out.
I saw a green light there. The D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
And that one's good. Russell.
And look at Russell bringing the intensity. He's stronger now, willing to mix it up inside no matter who's on it.
That one goes. Counted. 10 points for him.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Russell kicks to Ingram. Over George. And with that shot, the Kings lead is cut back down to 5 points in the make from Ingram.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Now here's Bogdanovic. He picked up 30 points in their last win against Denver. Here's George. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovic. George has got 5 points so far.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Ingram outside. Outside ball. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And a chance to check out the stats for Westbrook. How his last 10 games have gone. Averaging about 11 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And to be honest, not quite the numbers you've come to expect from a player of his caliber.
It's been a bit of a roller coaster, an up and down stretch for him right now, but don't worry, team. He'll be back out there and feasting in no time.
Lakers trail by 5. And now let's take a look at the most efficient scoring teams in the NBA. In third, the Lakers.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
Sacramento making a switch here. Green's checked in, and then for the Lakers. McGee is checked in for Anthony Davis. Durant comes in for Lonzo Ball. And it's Ball in for D'Angelo Russell.
And this is vintage James Harden, getting to his spots and just punishing the defense.
And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Santi Aldama. Ball against Mitchell. Takes the 3. JaVale McGee grabs the miss. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Anthony Davis.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Timeout called by the Kings, fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
I like their aggressiveness in that one. No one's going to give you anything. You've got to go out and take it.
And going back and watching that game, there was not one spot on the floor that they did not own.
To the right side. Kicks it to Mitchell. Now the pass to Bogdanovic. 5 on the clock. McGee with the block. Here's Durant. Durant uses his size in close.
Yeah, it's been years and years of coaches trying to figure out how you stop Kevin Durant. Just so long, so agile, and too good.
That's all they do is just compete them on bullshit. My players can't fucking react.
Baby. Explosive.
That was pretty,
Like,
and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Now, here's Kuzma. He's coming off a 13-point game against Chicago. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
He hasn't
While we
even...
got a chance, look at some numbers for McGee. And he's an eraser inside, a definite factor defensively, right in that top 5 in blocks per game.
And he's so explosive, so hungry. You really can't keep him off the glass when he wants to get there. That's why he's top 5 in rebounding. Now, here's Mitchell. A 14-point game for him in the win against Denver.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So he's passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
And here is Ball, following the 3 from Bogdanovic. KD against Bogdanovic. Using his length inside. Durant.
Not fair of a coach to send out one defender against Kevin Durant, skilled at fighting through whatever challenges the D wants to throw at him.
Here's Mitchell. Kicks it out to Bogdanovic. Here's Buzelis. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
KD passes to McGee, and it's McGee with the jam.
Well, that was just a quick glance from KD. He looks at the defense and makes the play.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Kings. Pass to Buzelis. Shoots over Kuzma. Kuzma pulls it in. The Lakers in the lead. The dish to Ball.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
This one for 3. And the Lakers hit again from deep.
And Ball continues to show he
I
can
finally
drain
know.
threes.
I can hit
The
3 of
defense
them,
must
and I'll feel
adjust
so
or he is
comfortable.
going to keep doing damage.
Again, the miss by the Kings. Lakers leading by 5. Kicks it out to Harden. Again, the Lakers.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Sacramento's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the 3-ball well. Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 11. No coverage that time. Bogdanovic has got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for the Kings. Outside, Ball. Here's Kuzma. And he recovers it. Back to Ball. A second chance effort. Pass to Kuzma.
Why?
On the clock. Here's Harden. Rebound by the Kings. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
And it's going to come down to effort tonight. Last time they met each other, they were demolished on the boards, and that rebounding difference led to a sizable loss.
Well, let's see if the lesson was learned
all on
from
his
that
back?
loss. If they come out with the same type of effort, they can expect a similar result here.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. A nice shot by Bogdanovic.
Playing in between right now and changing speeds. Bogdanovic spotting some nice scoring opportunities.
Ball, the pass to Durant. Physical defense. And KD does not flinch.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
The shot by Buzelis, no good. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even.
With the score.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, tremendous first half. Glad to have you back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet. James Harden was the man in the first. He ended up with 17 points and 1 assist. What'd you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Lakers?
The differential is the free throw.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
They've got Vucevic, DeRozan out there with Santi Aldama. Then it's George, and it's Mitchell in at the shooting guard. That's the 5 out there for the Kings.
And bursting through inside, so difficult to contain when Mitchell's on the attack.
Here's Westbrook, and he banks in the lane. Westbrook's got 8.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Durant's checked in for ball. Kings on D. The deep 3 from Harden. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Vucevic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. And DeRozan, here we go, takes the 12-footer and hits. DeRozan's got it all tied up now for Sacramento.
And if you give him a sliver of daylight, DeMar DeRozan will eat your lunch from the mid-range.
Here's Davis. Aldama with the rebound.
The third quarter has not started well, just 1 of 4.
Here's Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
A dynamic leaper with an impressive wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Here's George. The Lakers with the rebound. It's Harden with the drive. James Harden with the stuff.
Oh, one of these monster nights from James Harden.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Outside DeRozan. Here's Aldama. He's guarded by Davis. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Thank you.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Take a look at the Lakers. What a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out. And, of course, the Kings just way behind.
Yeah, you know, for the Kings, they've had an interesting season for sure. They're competitive, they're feisty, but they're not a team that's going to dominate for long stretches.
I just think if you're on the other side, how much are you looking at that team and saying, we're scared of them? So not a lot of fear from the opposition and what they're bringing to the table. They're good, they compete, but do they have that extra gear? I'm not sure.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Los Angeles making a switch here. Randall's checked in. Aldama gets the bucket.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Now in the later stages of his career, Greg, DeMar DeRozan continues to be a master from the mid-range.
Kevin, we all know he loves that area of the floor. And what makes him so effective, the footwork. He's so good at backing guys down and creating space to get that jumper off.
Outside Westbrook. KD on the wing. Right wing. No one near Randall as he lets it go. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's George. And he converts the layup. George has got his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Westbrook. Yes, that goes in. And the Lakers lead by 3.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Outside, George. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Name a type of shot. Deontay George can hit it. More than capable of scoring at all 3 levels.
Some changes for the Lakers. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Harden. And Ball subbed in for Russell Westbrook. George against Ball. Feeds it to Davis. Clarkson against Mitchell. Again, the Lakers.
Jordan Clarkson
got into the paint and then smelled that he was around the rim and got it done.
Ball against George. That one doesn't drop.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Timeout called by the Kings.
Well, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. For 3, Mitchell. The Lakers with the rebound.
Yeah, the defense there in chill mode. We all know he can burn them from 3-point range.
Clarkson against Mitchell. The drive by Clarkson.
You're going to burn yourself when you get up that close to Clarkson. He's explosive.
The Kings trail by 7. Takes it inside. Look at that.
And it's just amazing what Donovan Mitchell has become. Can't do it any better than that.
And that one's good. Ingram.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Ball against George. Right side, DeRozan. The rebound by Brandon Ingram. Lakers leading by 7. And it's Ball in the corner. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
The Kings have gotten half their shots to drop in the second half up to this point, going 7 of 14. Here's George. Mitchell against Clarkson. And that one's good. Mitchell's got 21 in the game.
Again, it's Donovan Mitchell with a huge night. One of the premier players in our league.
Here's Ball. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Fires from the wing. Rebounded by the Lakers. Ingram's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Ball. He kicks to Randall. Puts up a 3. He can't get that one to fall. And so George will bring it up for Sacramento. DeRozan in the corner. And it's off from 3-point range. Lakers leading by 7. Outside, Ball. They shoot again. Davis working in the paint.
Yeah, like an octopus in there. It feels like AD just doesn't stop. How many arms does he have?
Timeout called by the Kings. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. A move that likely helped the league's parity has been shortening max contract rates. Commissioner Silver says We used to refer to it as dead money, a star player toward those end years sitting on the bench. We've reduced max contracts to 5 years, and in some cases 6. This way, it moves to more pay for performance. Kevin?
I think, D.A., that's a pretty good business decision. It's going to have nice ramifications. Lakers leading by 10. Here's Russell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
It's going to go on Buzelis.
Russell, throughout the course of the game, wants to constantly put pressure on the defense. He did so there.
Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Sacramento.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Here's Post.
His big ass is dribbling around like we can't keep up with this slow ass ball banging
right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Ingram kicks to Russell. 6 to shoot. Bogdanovich against Ingram. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. The drive by Green. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Beyond the arc. And Buzelis gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
13.
Lakers leading by 10. Now Russell. He's got 6.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Kuzma outside. Clarkson against Green. The wide open look here for Kuzma. Hands it from downtown. Kuzma's got the lead up to 13 now for Los Angeles. Russell against Mitchell. Randall grabs the board.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Here's Ingram. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. There aren't too many players with a skill set as diverse as Brandon Ingram.
Yes, Kevin, you got to appreciate the tools that Brandon Ingram possesses. That comes with a lot of hard work. But this guy can score over smaller defenders. He's creative enough to draw contact against bigger guys and use that quickness. He's always been a scorer, but his playmaking ability over the past couple seasons, that's something that's growing and is giving them a chance to be very competitive. Randall with massive improvement over last year and can beat you in so many ways that he has confidence in now. What a flush.
Mitchell against Russell. Can they get it? Randall grabs the board.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
Russell kicks to Kuzma. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Russell inside, covered by Mitchell. It's hauled in by the Kings. Bogdanovich inside, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma.
Personal foul.
That's his first foul. JaVale McGee's checked in for the Lakers. Harden comes in for D'Angelo Russell. Bogdanovich up top. 3-pointer. It's good from long range. Bogdanovich has got 20 points.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
And so it's the Los Angeles.
The Lakers, 103.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And here are the Kings now taking a look at Los Angeles. Durant is out there with Ingram. Then it's Harden, and there's Davis, and it's Westbrook in at the 1. Bogdanovich, that's for 2. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic. That's now 22 points for Bogdanovich. On the wing, Harden. To the paint. And finished off by Davis.
That's just an outstanding pick and roll there to get Davis diving to the rim. Once he gets the pass, the shot was as simple as it gets.
The Kings trail by 14. George passes to Vucevic. Great D that time from Davis. And it's Davis with the ball for the Lakers. Harden kicks to Westbrook. It's deflected.
Making good use of his length. Brazil is able to track down the block that
time. Goes back up. And Davis sends it back. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball. And finished off by Westbrook.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
And George gets it to go.
Aggressive slash from the young guard. George fears no one when attacking the basket.
Out to Ingram. Outside Westbrook. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Westbrook again missing. The Kings trail by 14. Bogdanovich passes to George. KD against Bogdanovich. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
That's only the first turnover, guys. He's been safe as an option for them at the offensive end.
Santi Aldama's checked in for Buzelis. Lonzo Ball is checked in for the Lakers. Outside, George. And Davis sends it back.
No surprise why AD has led the league in blocks before.
Westbrook drives in. The wide open look for Durant. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got his 3rd assist on the night. George passes to Vucevic. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Davis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Durant, count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
One of those nights that Kevin Durant is just massive for his team. For my money, this guy's the best scoring forward of all time.
Here's George. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Westbrook against George. And Westbrook throws it down hard.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. Some players, Brent, have claimed entertainment is emphasized over competition. What do you think?
Well, I think there's a great balance, and the league does a great job of promoting its stars. But at the end of the day, Kevin, trust me, guys who are out here have a love for the game, a passion for the competition, and that's what we want to see.
And the Kings making a change here. Mitchell's checked in.
A two-way star, AD has led the league in shot blocking on multiple occasions.
An idea of voter fatigue, Brent. You feel voters get tired of the same guy winning every single season?
Yeah, I think they do, Kevin. And it's a shame because, you know, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years down the line, those players looking back at the statistics from any given season deserve to be the MVP or all defense. And I hope that maybe that atrophy doesn't take place this year.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Clarkson, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for James Harden.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
Part of what makes Clarkson a threat on every possession. He can do it inside, outside, anywhere on the floor.
And the Kings will go for a different look here. The Kings shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. George against Russell. Aldama with the ball. Looking to get it going. DeRozan's shot is off.
Just not sure if he ran out of energy at halftime or what, but so far just not himself in the second half.
Russell kicks to Randall. The three-pointer, no good. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Sacramento Kings. Driving in, and it's sent back by KD.
Huge block as the length of KD paying off there.
Randall right side, dishes to KD. We've heard players and coaches complain, Brent, that the rules are too skewed in favor of the offense. You think that's true?
Well, Kevin, offense sells, and the fact that we've talked about how the league has increased pace, you don't really even have time to play defense in today's game. The one thing that I do like is that the league has allowed for some variance and some zone defense to start to be employed. So tactically, coaches are trying to throw different strategies out there, but man to man, it's hard.
Outside, Russell. Outside for Randall. And a miss there on the triple.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Russell finds Randall. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Randall getting up there, explosive vertically on that play with great timing.
The Kings shooting in the fourth quarter, not pretty, down around 29%. And here's George for three. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. Westbrook's got 6 rebounds in the game. And the shot is good.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
George dishes to Mitchell. Back to George. Right block shot. Good as the jump shot falls.
And nice touch inside. George can finish from all 3 levels.
George against Russell. Three-pointer, Randall. It's hauled in by George.
He's usually very reliable from out there, but tonight it's just not going down.
Pass to Vucevic. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. Westbrook's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Just cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it.
And for the Kings, they're shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. George passes to Vucevic. Mitchell outside. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 3 assists in the game. Outside, KD. No good that time. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Shot from 12. DeRozan's shot is good.
Size, athleticism, and an airtight handle make DeRozan a problem.
And the Lakers call time here. A trend in the NBA, and one Brent that I like, new downtown arenas. They seem to be everywhere.
Well, Kevin, it's because you love to eat so much, and the restaurants are nearby, so walking distance helps. But yeah, it invigorates the city. You have people clamoring to get to the arena, to get out of the offices early, and it really brings the community together. So you love to see that kind of energy and buzz around any NBA stadium.
Here's Westbrook, and the Lakers with another miss. Kings shooting around 37% in the fourth quarter. The minutes starting to wear on them. Passes to Green. Back to Mitchell. With the teardrop, and it's good on the way. Mitchell's got 15 points in just the second half.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
Well, the run simply has given them a chance. Great work on both ends. They've got to now ratchet up a notch.
The tray. The Lakers with the rebound. Davis has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. KD against DeRozan. Durant kicks to Davis. Over Green. Gets it to fall from the right block.
Good focus from AD. Doesn't let the defender throw him off.
And it's the Kings with the ball. And here is Mitchell. He dishes it to Green. Lets it go from 11. It's stolen by Davis. Harden scanning the floor. Outside, KD. Well, the most important event of the NBA calendar might be in June. And it's not the finals, but rather for so many teams, Brent, the NBA draft.
Well, Kevin, it's a chance for you to set the table for your franchise. What do you want to have for next year? What do you want to have 5 years from now? And so all the work that goes in, the scouting, the intel work, to build up a team where you are making the steps and taking strides to become a championship caliber team, that stuff starts at the NBA draft.
The feed to Harden. Going inside, and Harden with the stuff.
A smart play with the ball there. Harden just making the right decision.
And so George will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Over Westbrook. George, no good. Los Angeles has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Los Angeles.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kevin Durant.
It felt like there was more than one of him out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight. And good passing in the paint, maybe even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
Westbrook can't get it to go. And here's the fast break. Here's DeRozan. Rebound the Lakers. Durant feeling it out a bit. And it's good for 2. Durant's got 30 points.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Brent Berry, great